Hey everybody, I thought I would just check in and say hello real quick. We did a YouTube live a little bit earlier tonight, but unfortunately, for some reason, it had a bad signal on my end, so hated to hear that. But we had Lisa and Dale Goodwin on from Survivalist Prepper Podcast. So, the good news is that if you missed the earlier YouTube live tonight, you can go back and watch that. And it's actually watchable as far as the way it uploaded. It just seemed like beforehand, for whatever reason, the signal was really bad, but I hated that. But Dell and Lisa want to come back on, and we're going to try to do it again, cover some different topics and everything. But even though that main episode 4 is over, I thought I would jump back online and talk with you guys a little bit and just say hello and see what's going on. So if you're on watching, feel free to leave a comment so I can see who's here and we can chat a little bit if you're up for it. There's not a whole lot on my mind. It's Saturday night and I'm just relaxing, so I thought I would, like I said, jump on here. So hopefully you guys have had a good weekend, and I was kind of had something on my mind I wanted to ask you guys about. I'm putting together a brand new EDC bag setup. Brand new, and I'm having to start over because the bag that I'm using now is a completely different bag and it's set up differently. And hey Jocelyn, how are you doing? Good to see you back. So you lost the signal. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I hated to see that happen, and I don't know what caused it. I was on the wireless network, or the 4G, but apparently it wasn't working out very well. But thanks for tuning in. Jocelyn, you can see that now live. Well, not live, but you can go on YouTube and watch it now, and it's actually clear and everything. But anyway, Jocelyn, how is your night going so far? One of the things that I'm trying to put together in my new bag is a new kit, like a little tiny baggie of some sort that has items like this. And these are little S-beaners by Night Eyes. And the idea is I was thinking about putting together just a small kit that has like different types of S-beaners and carabiners and some things like that. Relaxing, good. Hope you and your husband are enjoying y'all's weekend. I don't know about where you're at, but here it's beautiful out. Gorgeous weather and everything like that. But the reason I was thinking about putting together a little kit inside my EDC bag with items like this is I thought for those times when you need to, I'm not sure yet. Very likely, I have some of these along with some carabiner type, which I don't have in my drawer. I already have them on my bag. But I thought if I put together a little kit, maybe in a zippered pouch or something, or an Altoids tin, I could put some of these. And I bought a package of the girls' hair bands from Walmart tonight. They're the little black ones that are kind of stretchy, because those are good to use to lash things together with if you're trying to keep a few things from coming undone. And also when you have things like this, if you're out and about, you can hook one of these onto your backpack, hang something from it if you need to hang a small light, like a little light like this, or maybe one like this. You could hang those from the bag, or even maybe on your shirt, whatever, but having ways with you to hang things and different things when you're not expecting to. So, Jocelyn, do you have any thoughts on this? Do you think that a little kit of these and maybe different carabiners would be useful? because that's something I'm thinking about doing. But it doesn't look like there's really much going on YouTube tonight. It's kind of quiet. But there's nothing really on my mind. Let's see. Yeah, those are useful. Okay, cool. Well, I may have to add some different types of these. I see someone else just joined. I was asking Jocelyn, who's watching, if I had a kit of different items like this that I just stuck inside the EDC bag, if that would be useful, and if you guys had any other ideas. I want to have some ways to lash things down or to hang things from the bag in case I'm out and I want to hang a light on the backpack so I can be seen if I'm walking, or if I want to hang a glow stick, I could open up the glow stick, break it open, hook it onto this, and hook this on my bag somewhere, or just, excuse me, somewhere else on my backpack. So if you guys have any other ideas of items like this that I could include in a small kit like that, let me know. But for all of you guys that are watching now, do you guys have EDC bags or everyday carry bags? If you do, what kind of things do y'all hang on the outside of the bag, or do you hang anything on the outside of the bag at all? Because I've been kind of wondering about doing that. Sometimes I don't like things being hung on a backpack, because if you have a lot of things hanging off of your EDC bag, other people who see that may think that you have a lot of other goodies inside the bag, or things hanging off the bag may look kind of gaudy or get people's attention. You seen the flashlight? Okay, yeah. I could totally see if you're having to walk, you want to be able to put something on your backpack where you can be seen. I've seen those reflective strips. One of the things that I put on my EDC bag, on the new bag that I'm setting up now, and I'm dying to show you, but I can't show the bag just yet. But I bought some of these. These are the Rescue Me window breakers. They have a seatbelt cutter, and they have a glass breaker on them. And I'll move that a little closer where you can see it. It has a little keychain that you can hang it. So I took like a carabiner and attached it, and I put that on the bag. Yeah, on the keys, that's another place to keep it. I have one for each car, but I stuck one on my backpack because I was thinking if the backpack is in the seat next to me, it might be for my EDC bag, it might be a quick way to just reach over there and snag it off and use it. So I don't know. What do you guys think about hanging things off an EDC bag? Do y'all think that it is not a good idea? Do you think it is a good idea? I've seen people put fixed blades, flashlights. I also have a concern of putting things on the outside of a backpack because I'm afraid I might lose them. I throw the bag in the trunk, I throw the bag in the car, and I get worried that maybe something's going to slide off. People stick flashlights inside the molly, and then they use the clip to hold it in place, but I don't know. I could totally see the flashlight being there when I put the bag in the car, and when I get in at night, it's gone. Yeah, Jocelyn. Well, if you take the pocket clip right here, and let's just say this is the molly on your backpack, they'll take the flashlight and loop it in there, and then that way when they walk around, they always have that flashlight on the outside of their pack. I see people doing that with a... Okay, so I believe it looks too tactical. See, Karam, thanks for your thought on that, because that's how I see it as well. When I'm walking around, I like to keep the outside of my bag clean. However, I do like morale patches. But since I put that Rescue Me tool on my EDC bag, I don't know. I feel like that's something I wouldn't mind trying out, because it's a tool that could actually be a lifesaver, maybe to cut that seatbelt or break that window. I would show you my EDC bag that I'm setting up, but that bag actually hasn't been released yet. So when that bag comes out by that company, I'll have hopefully a whole review on the bag, and maybe even an EDC dump that I have in that bag. Let's see, anything on the outside of the bag snagged or lost. I keep 2 headlamps in my bag. Yeah, Fish, I like that. Hey, by the way, Fish, man, I'm so sorry that the signal was bad earlier. We were reading all of your comments, and you had a lot of neat things to say, so thank you for that. Dale and Lisa definitely want to come back on again, and we might even... Lisa and I talked about her coming back on strictly for the purpose of medical stuff and just have a lot of different discussions. Because Lisa is sharp. If you've ever listened to the Survivalist show, let's see, necessary gear like a rescue me seatbelt cover. Yeah, Jocelyn, I am. I've got it hanging on the bag now. But as far as the future shows and having Lisa back on, and Dale, I can't wait to do that. Lisa is sharp if you've ever listened to her podcast. Hey, Homer, how are you doing? Homer, you just missed another YouTube live tonight, but you can go back and watch it. It's up. But, so, Fish, having Lisa and Dale back on for some more shows that are very specific to different ideas would be a lot of fun. So I'm thinking about doing that for sure. If any of you guys are just joining, welcome. We're just shooting the breeze a little bit. Karam, yes, I have thought about writing an EDC book or something. But you know, when you go to write something like that, you know, I'm just a small channel, and I love this stuff, but I just, you know, sometimes when you're writing a pamphlet or trifold pamphlet or a book, you wonder if anybody's going to read it. But it is something that I've considered. I've really considered doing something like that, because I don't really consider a YouTube channel something that has to be big. The whole idea of me doing it is I love what I do. I love EDC items. I like testing new EDC items. I love collecting different flashlights. I have so much fun. Thanks, Jocelyn. But one of the reasons I like doing these YouTube lives is, hey, Richard, how are you doing? Thank you, Richard. I really appreciate that encouragement. Yeah, I really appreciate that. One reason I want to, let's see. Thanks, Faye. Thanks. That's an interesting way of putting it. I appreciate it. One of the reasons that I want to do these YouTube lives is I don't want people thinking my whole YouTube channel is nothing but these. But the reason I've been focusing on doing these lately, in between reviews and stuff, is that when you have a YouTube channel and you put up a video, people comment on that video, and a lot of the comments can come across negative, and you've got to have thick skin to be a YouTuber. And sometimes when those comments come off negative, it's not because the people mean for them to be, it's because as human beings, it's easy for us to think the worst about a comment or the worst about someone. And the idea of me doing these YouTube lives is because I like interacting with y'all. Because when you guys question, put questions up on the screen, and when you make comments and things like that during YouTube lives, it helps me to get to know you guys better. And when we converse like this, we get to know each other. So Fish, if you were to leave a comment on my page and say, no, you shouldn't have, you know, a water bottle on the outside of your bag when you don't usually drink the water because, you know, you don't want the water to go bad or it can make your bag too heavy. You know, maybe you should just keep an empty water bottle, or vice versa. Maybe Fish, you would say, no, man, you need to always keep water with you, whether you plan on drinking it or not, because you never know when you're going to need it. Well, if I just read that comment and it's going against what I'm doing, it's easy to take that comment negatively. But when I get to know you guys through being able to communicate thoughts that are on my mind through my vlog series, or whenever I get to communicate with you guys live on these type of videos, I get to really know what your personalities are like, and you get to know what I'm like. And so I think it helps us to get to know each other better. And when we read comments left by one another, we know what that person is like. So, cool. But you guys get the idea though. By doing these live videos, we get to know each other. And so when we leave comments for one another, we can go, oh, you know what? That comment's kind of going against what I thought I should be doing. But I understand where he's coming from, and I know he means that in a helpful way. So that's one reason I really like doing these YouTube lives. I really want to grow and get to know you guys a lot more. So do any of you guys have anything on your mind right now that y'all want to talk about? Any thoughts or ideas? I like the idea of writing a book. And even if it's just a quick, small something on like how to put together an EDC bag, can you give us a spoiler? Jocelyn, I can't, because we promised not to say anything. They kind of trusted us to send us these things. So I really can't say anything about it yet, but actually it's only a couple weeks away from being released, and then I'm going to be super excited. But I can tell you that there are YouTube videos up from SHOT Show 2017, and they show you the bags straight up, so you can actually go there to VanQuest and see what kind of bags they have coming out. But guys, one thing that I want to do on my channel is, I am not perfect by any means, but oh, I appreciate it, Karam. Thank you. I want to try to really appreciate the companies who trust us to send us new gear to test out, and even just to send us gear to look at. I am not one of those channels that gets a lot of free stuff. And by the way, I don't mean that negatively. What I mean is that I buy most all of my gear that I do reviews on. And that's not easy, because right now I don't have a tremendous amount of money to blow on extra gear. But at the same time, it's always fun to get a little something every month, because it's fun to, whether I get a new flashlight or a pocket knife, or even items that go in backpacks. So like for some of you guys that are just joining, y'all give me 20 seconds. I'm going to grab something off the table I got tonight. Hold that thought. I'll be right back. Okay, I don't know how long that was. Sometimes buying EDC items for your bag isn't about buying something expensive like a backpack or a flashlight or something. Tonight, I bought these. And these are female hair bands. Hey, Big City Survival, man. How are you doing? Let me... open these up real quick. These headbands are only $2.18 at Walmart for 15 of them. But what's nice about these is you can keep them in your EDC bag, is one of those items that you never know when you're going to use them. So if you need to maybe gather, if say you're camping and you're walking through the woods and you just want to gather some twigs. Oh, hang on. Let me see what that comment was. I have not. Hard City Raindrops. Okay. All these comments just disappeared. I got to figure out how to get all the comments to stay on the screen longer. Maybe I must be a slow reader. Yeah, I'd like to see that interview with Dell. I think that would be humorous. But keeping little things like this, along with some things like this, the S-Beaner, and maybe even keeping just a couple of these, and actually some regular carabiners. I want to put some little kits like these together. I don't know if I'll keep them in like a little baggie or a little locket sack, but having a kit with different types of items like this could really come in handy, because you never know when you might want to lash something or put something on your bag, or maybe help someone else to do something. But having different ways to connect things is really helpful. And so tonight when I went to Walmart and bought a pack of these hair bands, they were only $2 and, like I said, 18 cents. But buying things to be prepared can be this simple. It doesn't have to be things that are really expensive like a flashlight or, things like that. So have fun when you're putting together your EDC bags. Yeah, a little bag. Yeah, I've been thinking about that. One of the things that I really like to do is I buy those craft size baggies. They come in sizes like 2x3, I think 5x6, and they're just little Ziploc style bags, and you can get them in the craft section at Walmart. They run 99 cents for a pack of 100, or $1.99 for a pack of 100 for the larger ones. And things like that are just really great. Yeah, I've thought about that, Jocelyn. Having like some budget, some budget EDC items. I actually have an example of one of those little tiny baggies right here. This one is just one of the ones that I have a bunch of individually wrapped wet ones. And I have things like this. I have several different little bags of items inside my EDC bag. I think I have another example. Here's one I did. Talking about EDC items that are really cheap but useful. I have a YouTube video of this, but I call these my toiletry kits. And for some of you guys, you might be thinking, why do you have a toiletry kit as a guy inside your EDC bag? And my thought is, if I'm on a date or I'm out with a young lady and we're at a park or we're outdoors hiking and she needs to use the restroom, for an example, sometimes the restrooms at the campgrounds or hiking places are really, really dirty. So I made up these kits. And what's in here is two... Let's see. Okay, yeah. These have two individually wrapped wet ones. And then inside here, I keep a toilet seat cover. So, if you open this all the way up, it's one of those paper things that go over the seat of the toilet. And then I keep 14 squares of toilet paper. I just carefully fold it to where it's nice and neat. So this way, if you're at a restaurant and it's dirty, and your date or your wife or even your mom or sister, if they need to go to use the restroom, you can have one of these in your coat pocket, or if you have a purse as a female, you could keep a little kit like this in your purse. And that way when you go to a restroom, if they're out of toilet seat covers or whatever, you can have a little something to be a little better prepared. So I like to keep several of these in my EDC bag and in my emergency bags. That way, I don't know, I just think it's useful. So also little kits like this, you know what else they're good for is when you see someone who is homeless or needy and you want to help them out, but you don't want to give them money because you're afraid they might use that money for something totally opposite. If you keep these with you, just trying to put all this back in the bag here. If you have little kits like this with you, they're good to give out to other people too. So like if you go to PrepperCon or if you go to SHOT Show, you know, those restrooms get dirty quick. Things like this are awesome. And I don't know if I have any other ones here. Okay, y'all want to know, let's see, last girl I went out with was impressed. I had to, hey, that's pretty sweet. There you go. I always talk about being organized and, you know, I keep my EDC items and stuff like that together. If y'all want to know the dark side of Jeremy's bedroom, here's one of my things that I have no clue what all is in here. And every night I have to move this out of this chair and put it on my bed so I could sit in the chair and watch YouTube at my desk. And then when I go to bed, I got to take this thing off the bed and put it back somewhere else. I don't know where I'm going to put this. This is just all kinds of stuff. There's ace bandages. I think my hearing aids are in here. I have extra trauma kits with Quick Clot. They're thoroughly prepared. Maybe you can do a little first aid kit. You know, Karam, I have different size first aid kits actually. Y'all want to look at first aid kits real quick? Like some little simple ideas? Let me know. Because if you won't, we'll take a couple of minutes and I'll show you a few things. Yes? Okay, so... Okay, fish. No! Okay, well, fish, hang on with me, buddy. This... I don't know if you're serious or giving me a hard time. This is the mini first aid kit that I keep in my suit on Sundays because it goes in my suit pocket real easily. This is actually one of these little miniature wallets that I got from VanQuest. And this little first aid kit has a lot of little things in it. No, I don't. I'm trying to think. This little first aid kit simply goes right inside my pocket of my jeans. And so whenever I'm out and about, if I don't have my EDC bag, I can just take this and put it in my pocket and I have a first aid kit. So these are the two smallest types of first aid kits that I have ready at all times. And I just keep them usually in here. And that way when I'm getting my EDC stuff together, I can pick whichever one I want to take that day. Not eligible for medic. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness, no! Dude, you changed your name to your channel. Okay, now I totally know who you are. Okay, I'm so sorry, man. It took me a while to put that together. You guys, you need to check out Billy. Billy is a Trident 20 user. And that's one of my That's one of my favorite EDC bags. And Billy is really starting to get into the EDC bag and really getting a lot of unique things together. He's a CCW carrier, so he's able to show you guys that love guns and having extra magazines with you. He's a great guy to get some pictures and some ideas about that. So the next size up Okay, let me get my other 2 first aid kits real quick. Okay, so the next size up that I have is a first aid kit. And all of these are used for different purposes. This one is really small, but it's great for EDC EDC bags that aren't very big. But then if I have an EDC bag that has a lot of extra room in it, this one goes in there. So I try to have kits pre-made so that when I'm changing out bags or even just situations I'm in, all these different first aid kits are useful for different situations. And so that's one reason you need to find your blood type. Yeah, man. Keeping your blood type together is really important. I'm O negative, and I think that means that O negative can be given to other types of blood, people with different blood types. Don't quote me on that, but yeah. Oh, so y'all want to see something else pretty cool about these patches? Whoop! I dropped my flashlight. So, you see that looks like a regular blood type, right? Oh, hey, I Spy. Yeah, Lewis, I love these little things. And Lewis, you already know this actually. But hey guys, by the way, if any of you guys don't know who I Spy is, you guys have got to check him out. Let me show y'all something. Oh my goodness, why is it not showing up? The white on it isn't showing up. I don't understand why. Well, anyway, if you guys go to iSpy 009, this is crazy. I don't know why. Well, anyway, you guys can see he's got all types of different videos. And iSpy, I know you're not asking for this, but I just want people to get to know you a little bit. This guy has all types of different videos. And here's why I want you guys to maybe check him out. There's some YouTubers that are hard to get to know because they're so busy and everything, but Lewis and I have had an opportunity to hang out quite a bit off and on at SHOT shows, and he's really easily approachable, but he's a real person when you talk to him. He's very down to earth and very just very real. So if you guys go check out his page, he has videos on all types of gear, and it's a great way to find new products and stuff. So check him out. So over here, what's also cool about this patch is it glows in the dark. So you guys can see how much that's glowing, and I have a lot of lights on in this area. I can actually probably show you a picture of it, but it'll take too long for me to find it. But these no problem, man. These patches are really cool. You can buy them at VanQuest. Yeah, there you go, Billy. And they're only like $5 each. Or actually, the blood types are $3.99, I think, or something like that. But yeah, they're glow in the dark, and I'll show you something I do to help keep up with my patches too. You guys know that I have an entire bookshelf of different containers, and they're all colored by the VanQuest color coding kit. So what I did is I took one and I made it for all my morale patches. So, yeah, there you go. So, and this is Velcroed on there just like all the other coloring things are. But whenever you go on trips like Prepper Con or SHOT Show, sometimes you pick up morale patches and stuff. So I keep all of mine all in one place. That way when you're changing out bags, you can find morale patches to go on those bags and stuff like that real easy. So that's how I keep up with all my medical stuff. And this is the color coding system, by the way, if you guys aren't familiar with it. All these little strips are individual. And those you can wrap around the handle like this. And so if somebody sees this, yeah, that's a good point. So you can wrap them around the handles, or you can use them for home organization like that, whatever. And it's just a really neat way. And the morale patch right here gives you the color code for each one of these colored strips. But as far as the medical patches go, I just try to keep a bunch of extra ones. And that way, like flags and different things, I just try to keep them all together. So sometimes when somebody gives you guys a free patch, hang on to it. Hey, Prepping to Endure, welcome. Good to see you, man. For those of you guys who are just joining, we're just really shooting the breeze right now. There's no major topic, but we've been kind of focused on, tonight on knowing that when you're putting together your EDC bag, you don't have to spend a lot of money. You can buy simple things that are very helpful for your overall kit. Hey, I Spy, quick question. Would you ever like to come on a YouTube Live as a guest? If you do, comment on there. We'll Skype you in, or if you have an iPhone, we'll do FaceTime. But you would have a lot to offer on gear and ideas for people. So let me know. Think about it. It's no hard feelings either way. But anyway, as far as buying stuff for your EDC, just buy things that are useful. Don't worry if other people get impressed with it or not. Like these hairbands. Okay, Lewis, stay in touch with me on that, please. And I could really learn a lot from you, and I'm sure all of us in the community could as well. But having a $2 pack of these with some of these S-Beaners, and also I have another container of, and I don't want to keep getting up and boring you guys, but I've got another one of these containers like this. As usual, watching your channel, I have the urge to clean and organize my closet. Rubbermaid should sponsor you. Dude, Richard, that would be awesome, man. That would be cool if they wanted to help me get sponsored. Pass that along to them. But I have another one of these containers that are full of Night Eyes items. And one of the other items I want to get are I already have them over here, and I want to add them to this kit. But I'm sorry, I'm going to have to show you because I just can't describe it. Hold that thought. Let's see. So this is my Night Eyes container. And this just has all the different Night Eyes things that they sell that I've got. Whoops. And now they're all in my floor. So this container just has all the Night Eyes things that I can find in the stores and stuff. And I want to do reviews on them eventually. But keeping some of these little ties. So let's see. Taking some of these right here, they bend all over the place. So, Jocelyn, I do have some stuff at home, yes. Is this what you bought, Billy? These right here are waterproof too, I believe. So, okay, well, y'all let me know. And if you want to go over, actually, we could go through the bookshelf tonight. There's only, let's see, 1, 2, 3. There's 18 of these containers on that shelf, and each one is kind of organized with different items. But let me know. Yeah, Daniel. Hey, Daniel, thanks for coming back, man. Okay, Richard. I would have to move you guys around to show you, but it's similar. Okay, I'll do it. Stand by, I'll do it. But it's similar to this. So I'll show you this too, and then I'll walk you over there and show you that. But first of all, let's keep on track. Okay, let's keep on track this real quick. Keeping items like these where you wrap around things, these are really good to keep in your kit because, for an example, if you have a flashlight and you're trying to change a car tire, these things do rock. Say that, for an example, having a kit in your EDC bag that has some of these, the S-beaners and things, if you were changing a car tire and you just had your flashlight, maybe you're in someone else's car and all you have is your EDC bag and you're trying to help them change their tire, you take this, for an example. You could wrap it around your flashlight, and you could make a little stand out of it like this, and then when you set it down, it holds the light up at an angle so that you can be hands-free. So that's why I think having kits like this with odds and ends in them, they don't weigh anything. So that's 0. So if I put that on there with all of these headbands and a couple S-beaners, all of those items weigh 1.2 ounces. 1.2 ounces. So I think a little kit like that for a couple of ounces, because I would have more than just one of these, to be able to have a unique way of jerry-rigging a lot of different things on the go, I think it'd be pretty useful. So on my next EDC bag dump, I hope that you guys will see a kit in there that is nothing but items like this and things, so that when you're out and about you can fix things. Okay, so you guys that wanted to see the bookshelf, since this is organized in a similar way, would you like to see this and the bookshelf or just the bookshelf? Somebody comment real quick so that I don't waste y'all's time. One or both? One or the other? Sure? Always having a hat in my car. Both. Okay. So I'm going to move. This is my EDC tray. This is the first part of the organization that you're going to see on my desk. And when I take everything out of my pockets tonight, when I change out my watch, depending on which one I'm wearing, and my wallets, I stick everything in this tray. And this is my EDC pocket dump tray at the end of the day. Now, there is an extra one of these in there right now because I had to kind of clear my desk off a little bit to do this video. And one or two of these were hanging out on my desk, I don't know, having a picnic or something. And so I had to kind of find a place for them. Okay, so the EDC tray is the first thing that you'll see. Um, yeah, trust me. That y'all want to know, by the way, why I have this? This is just part of what I like to do to keep things organized. This is my wallet. And this is what has like my debit card and my different types of licenses for work, like taser licenses, pepper sprays, and all the different things that we have to have just to prove that we're not out and about, spraying people or cuffing. Anyway, so that's what that wallet's for. This wallet, and you guys can laugh at me on this, this is my lunch money. I organize all of my money. Every dollar that I bring home every month, every dollar has a home. And I budget every dollar so that at the end of the month, I don't forget where all my money went. Or all my money, meaning I'm thankful for what God has provided, but things are a little bit tight right now. So I don't have $200-300 every month for EDC gear. But the way that I do find money in my budget to be able to buy some EDC items is I budget every dollar so that at the end of the month, I know where every dollar belongs. And after I budget my money, if I have $20 left over or $50 left over, I can designate that for EDC stuff. But in here, see, there's ones on this side. This is just the money that I set aside each week when I go out to eat for lunches. And that way, when the money in this is gone, I know that I've gone through my money budget for that week. So anyway, that's why this little wallet is in my pocket. And then inside of here, I keep an extra house key. And then I keep all of my food cards. So like my Subway cards or Starbucks or whatever, they're in here as well. So this just is literally all of my food stuff every day. This is the stuff that, I just have the more important stuff. Okay, so let me grab a drink here. Y'all hear angels right now? Okay. So I'm going to try to move this in a little bit, maybe. So this, let's see. Oh, dude, the Throwback Mountain Dew rocks. It's really, really good. So this organization right here, this is for my my EDC rotation. So tomorrow, if I want to change lighters, then I can come in here, and if I want to carry a Zippo that day, I can get a Zippo out. If I want to carry a regular Bic, I can do that. Or if I want to carry one of these right here, which is kind of a cool rectangle lighter, I can just kind of change out my lighters if I want to. So, and then this one is kind of first aid, and hide the house key near your house, then you don't have to worry about. Well, yeah, I've thought about that, Fish. I'm just afraid somebody where I live might come and get it. Karam, no, I do not smoke. I have very bad lung problems, and so I try to stay as healthy as I can. So no, I don't smoke, but lighters are more of a survival thing for me. If I need to make a fire, or if I need to melt something to, fix something, get a thread off a shirt. So, yeah, that's a possibility too. So this one, I just keep my different types of pocket first aid kits. And then staying on the same bases, I keep lots of different tubes of lip balm. And then I also have my pocket Altoids tins in here. So depending on which tin I want to carry that day, I can just grab that one. And I need a couple more of these. Richard, there are some things I don't talk about on this channel. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. This next drawer, and see, these drawers don't come out. So, let's see. Trying to see how to do this. This next drawer right here, it has a bunch of these which clip onto my backpacks, and they're like Molly sticks. They're sold by VanQuest. And then I have other things that clip onto the outside of my EDC bag, like these little items like this. They hook onto the Molly, and then they open up like that. You can put your key on there. So that's kind of what I keep in here. And that's kind of the items that I have organized in this one. I'm not sure how to best show you guys that. So, appreciate that, Fish. Thank you. Daniel, in 2 weeks, those Trident 31s will be broadcast. I can tell you that there are some reviewers that have those bags. Yeah. Okay, so in this one here, the top drawer, it has a couple small size pocket knives. These are the ones that I like to use as a secondary pocket knife. Daniel, I hope you're having a good night, man. The second drawer has some of my multi-tools. So this way, whatever type of multi-tool, if I want a little one, a medium size one, or a full size, or the bits, I can just kind of go through this drawer and pick out which Leatherman I want to use that day. This bottom drawer just has you guys, this bottom drawer just has full-size knives. And so this is just kind of a knife organization drawer. And again, this is for rotation purposes. I would like to have a Gerber dime. I don't have one, but I do. I have the Leatherman version that's you can take on a plane. Oh, that's really cool, Daniel. I have to check into that Gerber dime then. This one here, you guys probably aren't going to be... y'all probably won't be overly impressed with this. It's not like, ooh... But it is cool though, because in the top drawer, I keep glass cleaners individually wrapped, so I can just grab one and stick it in my pocket. The second drawer has my individually wrapped wet ones, so I can grab a couple of those and put them in my pocket if I need to. And then, you know, people don't think about it, but EDC items include a pack of gum or Tic Tacs or whatever. So I keep a drawer of those with my EDC items. That way, literally, I can go and anything that I usually carry on my body EDC, all the backups or rotation or I really want some of the strawberry mint Altoids. I just can't find them. But all of these kind of help me do that. And then, wait, here, the top drawer has, This top drawer has comms in it. It has my Write in the Rain. It has my tactical pens, my Fisher Space pens, and it also has my pen lights. So I don't know how you're going to be able to see all of those items. That's how I keep all of those in there like that. And Sharpies. Because see guys, some of this EDC rotation stuff, if you need to refill your, see for, let's see. For little kits like these, of the wet ones that I keep in my EDC bag, sometimes these need to be refilled. And again, having them all right here, or having some of them right here, makes it easy to refill your EDC bag when you're going out the door. Let's see. Oh wow, yeah, that could happen too. This next pocket has all of my small single cell flashlights. So all the flashlights in here, they have to be single cell, otherwise they don't get put in this drawer. So this way, if I want to carry a small, like an Olight or a Phoenix or a Factor or something like that, you know, anything single cell, they all go in this drawer. And then just to have access, some of my 18650 or my double cell battery lights, I keep some of those in here. And that's just so that I have a few on hand to grab. So really, that's all this is. It's not anything overly fancy. It's just a way to keep your rotation items in here. Now, I also hey Teddy, welcome, man. I also just kind of want to encourage you guys that it may not always, I don't like to keep all of my EDC rotation gear out at one time, because if your home is ever broken into, somebody might come in and take this stuff. So I like to keep certain things in other places, so that if something happens, they're not all here. So you guys stated that y'all wanted to see the bookshelf. I need like 30 seconds to move something out of view and to rearrange a couple items. So give me one quick second. These are all of my remote control cars, and I keep them all piled up in here. And then it's kind of messy, but it's the only way I can keep them all together. And then this cabinet right here, that's what I keep candles and soap and hand sanitizer. That way I keep it all together and it's not clogging up like bathroom drawers and stuff. Okay. But anyway, let me try to get this set up a little bit here for you. Can you guys hear me okay? Probably. We're still alive? Okay. So this system here, this is what I keep all of my extra... Yes. Okay, cool. So one of my bins that belongs right here, it's the one on my bed that I just showed y'all. It has all the morale patches, but it goes right here ordinarily. So basically white stands for hygiene. So the whole idea of this system right here, when I need to build a bag for somebody, or if I want to put together a new bag very quickly for a trip, I can bring an empty bag or my organizers. I can bring them over here, sit down in the floor, and I can go through here and put together either individual kits or EDC bags and get everything I need in one place real quick. So white has all of my travel hygiene stuff. So I keep items in here that I can put in my backpacks like Wisp, baby shampoo, because I keep baby shampoo in my gear bags, because if you get sprayed with mace, the baby shampoo doesn't, it's tearless, so your eyes don't water, and you can wash, pepper spray and stuff like that out of your eyes a little bit easier. And what I do is I put them in little tiny bottles. That way they fit in my pocket or in my backpack. So anyway, this is sorry, the light is going to catch some of this. This little kit right here has Wisp, toothpicks, and gum, everything for freshening your mouth. And you can take this one little kit, and I like to keep it in my EDC bag, and it's just a quick freshener, because sometimes you're out to eat and you need a toothpick, and then you want to brush your teeth, and then you want to have a piece of gum. This kit will do all of that for you. And I like to keep Kleenex. Kleenex can be used as fire tinder. It can be used to, put over a cut on your arm if you're just trying to stop bleeding a little bit. Tissues have lots of uses. Glass cleaner in a little tiny bottle. More lip balm. Soap sheets, so I can put that in my EDC bag and have a way to wash my hands real quick. Toothpaste. Deodorant. You kind of get the idea. This is just a way to keep hygiene stuff that I can grab on the quick. This one here is it's gray, and the gray stands for I believe it's like kitchen items. So here I just keep little things I can put in my backpack depending on what type of trip I'm going on. This is actually a wind shield. You put this around your isobutane stove to help block the wind. And when you block the wind, it keeps the wind from blowing on the flame. And if the wind isn't blowing the flame, it allows the flame to burn more efficiently. And just a backup stove and a little alcohol stove, and like some of these little can openers. These are just things that I might use for hiking trips or something like that. This next kit is black for tools, and what I have in here are actually very simple things. This bag is a wet sack, and inside it is a bunch more of these. And the sporks are all in my bags already, prepping to endure. I don't know if I have many extras of those out at the moment, but there's another container that may have some of those in there as well. So this has like just some, an extra like head net, a bunch of bandanas, a Night Eyes carabiner, which actually belongs in that other one. I'm going to have to go fix that. So I just keep a lot of different type of, bandanas available because they're great to put in your kits. I have the little packable towels. You know, I just keep things, different type of tools that kind of fall into this category. You know, headbands, bandanas, wet sacks. This is just kind of a toolkit, extra things that you'll use in that nature. Purple stands for gloves. So inside here, I just have all types of gloves depending on what type of pack I want to put together. Cold weather, wet weather, EDC bag. All these different types of gloves are for different purposes. So depending on what I'm doing, I can pick out the right type of gloves for that trip. This next one is just first aid. I won't bore you with everything in first aid because you know, it's just first aid. But this first aid is all medications. So this one keeps all of my refills for my pill box. And so when this gets empty or I want to refreshen it, I just put all of this in there. I mean, I come to here and I get what I need and put it back. This one here are my, the lid is right over here in the floor, but this is fire starting stuff. So in here, I keep extra things to, you know, start fires, like quick tenders, fire sticks, different types of fire cubes. That's what this whole kit is for here. It's just for different ways to help me start fires. This is another one for fire. Inside here, I keep all of my cigarette lighters, or at least, you know, like I said, these are ones that aren't in use. So I keep different packs of Bic lighters and ones that are just individual. You know, I just put them in a baggie to keep them together. Zippo fluid. And these are just a bunch of fire sticks. I try to buy one of these pretty regular because I think these are really handy for fire starting and different situations. This one I'm not going to be able to hold up very long, but this is where I keep all of my extra batteries for my battery kits. In all of my bags, I like to keep battery kits. They have 18650s, hearing aid batteries, AA's, AAA's, rechargeables, and primaries. And so the way that I keep those, oh man, let me see if I can show you this. Basically, if you look at the side of it, each one of those little squares looks something like this. And so I keep all of my batteries organized so that I can grab them quickly and put them in my kits. So this whole thing is just all of my backup batteries for different kits. I won't bore you going through all of it. I also keep battery chargers in there and just keep everything nice and neat. I also have my backup Anchor battery packs in here too. So it's kind of like yellow is for comms, and I consider this part of my comms because those batteries and everything go in GPSs, they go in radios, they go in flashlights. So that's why I keep those where I do. This one here is my second thing for fire, or second or third. And basically it's all my matches and all my different types of tinder. So jute twine is amazing tinder. You can cut it and then rub it between your hands and the fibers separate and it creates like a little fluff, almost like a cotton ball. I keep individual things of lint and I just have a bunch of them. That way I can grab them and use them as quick tinder kits. And you know, the little fire, well, they're called S-bit tablets, but you use them to, you light them and put your little burner over them and you can, you know, like, if you use one of those little foldable stoves, you put these in them, you chalk it up a little bit with a knife, you light it, and it burns. I don't think they're the best way to boil water. I think sometimes it can take too long. But I keep different types of these tinders because in different situations, certain types of tinder aren't going to work as well as others. And these, a lot of times, can be used, in different types of bad weather. There you go. Anyway, I keep little tampons because those are great tinder. I like to take them and pull them apart, rub Vaseline in them, and the Vaseline causes these to burn for about 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes. And I keep birthday candles because birthday candles, you can light it, and you can, once it's lit, you're not using fluid out of your cigarette lighter. So you take your candle and use it to light your tinder to help get your fire going. And then I keep different types of matches and things. So anyway, it's just all fire tinder. So if you want to build a fire kit, you can come here, get your tinder out, come over here, get a couple different types of tinder from SOL, and then go to your the cigarette lighter one and get a couple lighters out. Anyway, you put all that together and you've got a fire kit really quick. So anyway, this one is comms. It's yellow. So this is another one. There is something you can use a wick for that does that. There's a candle. Wait, there is something you can use a. Sorry, didn't get all that. This has different type of comms in it. So I have like extra monoculars, extra writing pads, like a smolder match. Okay. This is like a backup Fisher space pen. A little mirrors. I think mirrors are great for comms, whether you're signaling with them. I also like to keep these in all my first aid kits because if you get a cut on your face, a mirror will help you treat yourself a lot easier. I keep backup refills for my Fisher space pens. Whistles, glow sticks, handheld radios, just compasses, anything like that falls into the comms category. This is a second, I'm sorry, I keep saying second. It's just an additional comms. And this one, I tend to keep things like backup headlamps, like that. Flashlights that I don't have in the other one. Different types of USB lights. These are like extra through night flashlights that I haven't opened yet. Because, sometimes you lose one. And they're my favorite keychain light, so I keep backups of those. And different types of headbands. Because like these, you can put a flashlight on them and be hands-free in case your headlamp dies or you lose it. I keep extra battery packs, they're USB. So this is kind of a different type of comms other than what's in these others. I keep like extra Anchor battery packs. And if you guys have recommendations of things that I don't have, please let me know because I'm really learning with you guys and I could always use some help. This one doesn't really have a label on it, but this basically is backup pocket knives, different types of little blades that go in your pocket, little Spydercos, open nails, Kershaws, just odds and ends pocket knives. But basically this is just kind of like more knives. I just want to keep them all together. That night eyes from earlier actually goes in here. And this is just all types of night eyes because night eyes has a lot of unique gadgets that they're inexpensive, but they're gadgets that can totally save the day. So Benadryl, Imodium. Yes, fish. I have all of those in here in this one medical kit. Thank you. Those are really good ones too, by the way. So anyway, those are just, I try not to drop all of these. But this is just basically a box of night eyes. That way, you know, I can build toolkits or, you know, little systems that will help me, you know, make life easier. Okay. I don't, guys, please don't ask me questions about this because I don't want to make my channel about this stuff. But let's, you know what that kind of stuff is used for. That's all I want to say. This is more food related items, green. So I keep extra, you know, emergency bars, sporks, salt and peppers, you know, things that I just use that have to do with the kitchen area. This one, the tan has to do, I think they call it shelter. I don't know the exact name, but technically I use it for things to keep me out of the weather. And so in here, I've just stocked up on ponchos, extra SOL bivvies, emergency blankets, more emergency blankets, larger emergency blankets, little cheap ponchos. This little kit just helps me put together EDC bags mainly because I like to keep these in every EDC bag because you can use them for shelter. You can use them if somebody's got the chills, you know, to just try to wrap them up a little if they're in a car accident or whatever. So basically this is just kind of a shelter part of my shelter stuff. And then I keep larger ones over here in a place you can't see. I keep larger ones so if I need to go on a backpacking trip or for car kits. But anyway, really, that's really all this is. It's just a way to keep your extra supplies to build kits. I just like to keep them all together. And I just think it looks nice and neat when you keep it all together. You guys have recommendations or changes? Let me know. A couple of these still need labels, but I have another one of these boxes that has all of the materials I need to make these color coding things and for the Velcro behind it. I have another box full of Velcro and color tabs and things. That way I can get that one out when I need to organize these. It's organization for my organization. Well, that's it, y'all. Okay, I'm sorry. I just totally got lost here. Let me see here. So the kit that I'm talking about is by VanQuest, and the kit is called the color coding or colors for prep. Man, I helped put this thing together too. Let me just get one. I'll just show it to you. We're gonna move back to the main desk somehow. Hang on. All right, let me set back up here. I am actually in the middle of redoing my closet. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see me again now. I've taken one of my closets and I've gotten those 66 quart size color for prepping. Thank you. For some reason. Oh, you're welcome, Richard. No problem. I don't know of any type of container store in the area. There may be one, and I just don't know where it is. But I know my closet. Now this is all off balance. I don't think I have one of those stores out here. If I ever find it, I'll have to check it out. That store. But so this is the color coding system right here. It comes with the morale patch and all the different colors. And it's very affordable too. As far as the Trident 31, on the 15th of next month, videos can be released on that. So as a whole though, based on what I've seen from SHOT Show, and there are things about the bag that I'm excited about because I got to be a part of designing that bag. And I think it was a blast. I think the Trident 31 is going to be a great bag for a lot of people. But unfortunately, guys, I just want to honor VanQuest. And I don't really want to get in too much information on it. Just because, you know, I've confided in them. You know, well, working there has a little bit of an issue too. But I just want to make sure that I honor them and not share pictures or videos or talk too much about the bag. But what I would recommend is if you go to YouTube and type in SHOT Show 2017, you can see the bag there. I really would love to talk to you more about it because I'm totally excited to have been a part of it. At VanQuest, basically I handled social media and client relations. So basically I handled the reviewer program and social medias and things like that. So it was a lot of fun. They're a great group of guys. I'm talking to them regularly. And I just really appreciate them. They're really like family, great people. Well, we've kind of covered a lot of oddball things. That's what's so unique about YouTube Live is you really have no idea what you're going to talk about. I'm really thankful for you guys. I am truly... Hey! Welcome from Hawaii. Teddy, it's a lot of fun. And, you know, I think YouTube, let's see. Yeah, Billy, you're going to really like that bag. It's awesome. It's really cool. There's a new Falconer coming out too. And they're about the same size bags, but they're two totally different bags. So check them out and see what you think. But let's see. Yeah, Daniel, I could totally see you using that bag for work. And it would be a lot bigger so you can put a few more items in it. Got my credit card. There you go. So, what else is on your guys' mind? Hey, Richard, thanks for stopping by, man. I really appreciate your kindness and your encouragement. Okay, Billy, that makes sense. If you don't like how the Falconer opens, you know, that's totally okay. I again was kind of going through parts of that bag when they were developing that bag, and I'm excited about it because I set my Falconers up to open them up as side opening bags. If y'all go to the YouTube channel, I have videos that show how to use the Falconer as a side opening bag. And I also do, one of my EDC bags is a Falconer actually, the Falconer 27. You can see my entire setup in that bag in a video on my channel if you want to check it out. I think it might be helpful for some people. For other people, you might think I'm crazy and never come back. I don't know really what else to talk about on my mind. Oh, cool. That's pretty neat. Yeah. Salt and pepper is a great thing to have in an EDC bag, too. You never know. You go to fast food and they forget to give you salt and pepper, and you're one of those people that just doesn't like your food without it. So, can you guys, like, put a comment in it real quick just so I see everybody? I know we've got a lot of people on here. Yes, on my on my Instagram. Hey, Tyler, thanks for stopping in, man. On my Instagram channel, I've already taken those pictures down today since the live video from earlier today was already done. But I tried to post it on Instagram beforehand. But honestly, sometimes these YouTube lives, I do them spare the moment just because I have a few minutes to chat with you guys, and I just love spending time with y'all. So I just hope we have enough material to keep going for more. I'm hoping to have iSpy on pretty soon because he's really knowledgeable about a lot of different types of gear, and I think he could bring a lot of things to the table that I can't. And the podcast couple from earlier today, they're coming back on, and a few other people prepping to do a rain quest. Daniel, they do have the a couple bags for laptops if you want to check them out. They're the Sketch 12 and Sketch 15. Oh, you're still here, Lewis. Oh, very cool. Yeah, there are bags that are really helpful for TSA, and I just said it and it slipped my mind again. The Sketch 12 and the Sketch 15, they unzip and fold in half, so when you put them through the TSA X-ray machine, they make your laptop visible without having to take it out. But I'm not sure. Do you guys have other things on your mind you want to chat about? I've got time, but I don't want to bore you guys either. Y'all have been gracious to stick around already. I'm also reviewing a second backpack right now by First Tactical. They claim, let's see. Oh, okay. Billy, I'm a big fan of the bulletproof plates. Soft shells. Oh, I don't use soft shells in my bags, Billy. I actually use hard shell. I have some around here. Let me see. This is one that I like to keep in my EDC bags. This will basically stop pretty much any handgun. It weighs less than 1 pound. It's got ceramic plate inside of it, and it also has a trauma plate. So I've seen these things shot 20 to 30 times at the same time, and not a single bullet went through it. So this is by Defender. I really like those, and I think they're very valuable. Not because we're out there to be a hero, but I think it's important to have body armor because sometimes you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Billy, they do. I set up a business meeting with Defender and VanQuest several months ago, and we all met and had a nice lunch together, and we talked about ideas on making them for the different bags. So you can definitely call Nick, N-I-K, Nancy Ida King, and Nick can help you if you want to order any of those. How much does that body armor cost? Okay, well, keep in mind this body armor is technically bag armor. This is made to go in a backpack, so it's not really body armor. It's more backpack armor. But these are going to run around 150 up. They make them for handguns, for rifles, different things like that. Yeah, so Nick is a great guy from Defender Armor, and he can really help you guys figure out what you need. And I think you can have plates custom sized for what type of bag you're using as well. So you can always check with them on that. So yeah, bag armor, you just never know when you might need to shield yourself with your backpack. That's why I like it. What else is on y'all's mind? I Spy, what do you think about bag armor? I know that you're a big EDC backpack guy, and you've gone through enormous types of backpacks, numbers of backpacks. What is your thought about having an armor plate in a backpack? Have you ever thought about it? Any thoughts? Let us know. But I hope everybody's having a good Saturday night so far. It's only 9:20 tonight. I thought it'd be later than that. Guess not. Any other thoughts from you guys? If not, we can bring this one to an end if you want. We did have a episode 4 a little bit earlier tonight, about 30 minutes ago. The signal was kind of bad. I apologize for that. But when you watch the video from YouTube, it's actually pretty clean. Okay, let's see here. Oh, wow, very cool. Good to hear. I'm glad he went to that seminary. It's a solid seminary. All right, guys. Well, I'll wait a few seconds here in case new ideas come up in the comment box. But if nothing else is on y'all's mind, we can bring this to an end. Let's see. Yeah, I agree, Lewis. Hopefully you never will need it. But if you do, it's there. And it's so light. I have worn the actual body armor, the plate carrier by Defender as well, where I have front plates and rear plates, and I got that to use for work on the job. But I like soft armor a little bit better for under a uniform. When you try to wear hard armor under a uniform, I'm not a very big guy, and so the plates are too big and it doesn't fit me well. 624, nice, okay. Well, 1124. Yeah, you're, let's see, 10, 11, 2 hours ahead of me, that's right. I was looking around seeing if anything catches my eye on my desk, but not much to see. Well, I really appreciate everybody stopping by, and hopefully some of the organizational ideas were helpful. The metal suit of armor, yeah. You know, the metal suit's just hard to stuff in that EDC bag, though. It makes it bulky. But yeah, I'm in the market for some new soft armor. I'd like to replace... I have different... I don't know how much I want to talk about on here. Let's just say I've worn both types of armor, hard and soft, for different types of jobs. And I think soft is just way better for under the uniform. But I love the hard armor for going to tactical training at the range or something. I think the hard armor looks awesome on the outside of your clothing. Makes you look tougher than you are. Yeah. Okay, well, I think we'll end it here, guys. I try to end it on a high note, and it is getting kind of late. So we're going on an hour and a half, y'all. So thank you guys for being so willing to be here. Okay, so personally, I have not, but I have had family members shot, and even a friend of mine, one of my coworkers, he was shot just this week at the range, actually, of all places. So shootings definitely have happened. Yeah, it's awkward to get shot by your own family, huh? Oh, I bet it did. Well, for all you people out there who are prayerful people, please keep he's one of my best friends here in California, and we work together in the field and have for probably almost 10 years now. Pray for his dad, who is a police officer and was shot this week. He's okay. He's even back home. But I won't mention names just for privacy, but he was shot at the range accidentally. All right, guys. Well, again, I just want to say thank you for y'all's support and encouragement on the channel. I'm looking forward to the channel growing, not because I want to be popular, but I want us to enjoy this community together. And again, I've said it before, the reason I like the YouTube Live is because we can talk back and forth, get to know each other, and really understand who we are as people so that we're not just comments on social media. Comments are great on social media, and that's been a great advancement. But let's see, more live stream. But Daniel, the thing is you're welcome, Jocelyn. Daniel, the thing is those streams were totally different internets. One was on Wi-Fi and one was on 4G. And I've done this in the past, and it's never been a conflict really. But for some reason today, I just had a bad signal, I think, on my cell provider. Because I've had 3 or 4 other shows where I've done, FaceTime on one and something else on the other. Plant potatoes. There you go. It's coming. That's right. But Daniel, I apologize to you one-on-one because you were one of the people in the earlier video. I knew you were getting frustrated, and I am so sorry, but it was just a bad signal at that time on my cell phone. Let's see. Okay, something's happening here. I can't. Let's see. Awesome show. Thank you for answering my questions. Man, you're welcome, Kiram. I'm glad you came by. I know that I showed you guys some of my organization. I really don't have a lot of money in gear. The things that I showed y'all tonight are just basic, inexpensive items. And the items that I have for building extra kits, those items really aren't even monetary, high-valued things. But I think maybe because they're organized, it looks like there's more worth to them. But, the way you build up your organization is you buy a few things at a time. Those SOL bivvies, they're like $5 each or $4. So whenever I have a few extra dollars, I just try to buy a couple of them. And that way you kind of just build up a few things for emergencies. But really there's not a lot of high value stuff here. I don't have a lot of money. God has kept me humbled that way, and that's fine. I just think sometimes the way something is organized in the containers, it just makes it look like there's more than there is. So that's all I'd say about that. So be encouraged. You don't have to have a lot of money or a lot of gear to be organized. Those containers were 99 cents each, and I just bought a bunch of them and just tried to keep everything nice and neat so I could get to it more quickly. And the same for this stuff back here. And sometimes people have been very kind to me, and they'll give me a flashlight, or maybe they'll give me an extra pocket knife, and I'm always grateful for that. And I just try to put those into my rotation. But yeah, so man, I almost hate letting you guys go because I'd really just rather talk. But the backpack cliffhanger coming to you soon. That's right. There was a day when a backpack was visible, but not visible. It was in a town near you, but unknown and unseen. And you will never know when that backpack will make its way into your lap. But be assured, one day it's coming, and it's coming for you. Backpacks, they're the way to go. But yeah, you never know, man. Hopefully cliffhangers won't be out for long. But okay, guys. Well, I know I'm excited about that Trident 31, Daniel. I can't wait to do some stuff with one of those. Well, guys, have a great night. And if y'all ever want to talk one-on-one, you can go to my Instagram and message me, and we can try to stay in contact. So I know Daniel and I have spoken on the phone several times, and so Billy, you and I have. Jocelyn, you're overseas, and since you're a mixed martial artist fighter, you'll probably fight me to death if I called anyway, because it'll be too late. And your husband wouldn't like it. And a lot of you guys, I just don't know you guys, but I am open to talking to you guys. So let me know. We'll figure something out. But you guys have a great night. And again, thanks for your support. She laughs. In her head, she can kill me in 15 different ways using one finger. Hey, Katrina. How are you doing, man? Wow, some of you guys are just getting here. Oh, my goodness. I hate to hang up with you guys just getting here, but catch this video on YouTube. It'll be up in a few minutes. And you guys come back and we'll chat some more. Have a great night, y'all.